KBLA Talk 1580 editorial. I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
First things first.
Things first, it's the DU General, Money B. I'ma put you up on the schedule. 6 to 9, 8 weekdays, not to unsettle you. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about, so much to pedal through. Unapologetically progressive. Tune to KBLA 1580 to get the mess. We're your ancestors' favorite radio station. First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DiPrima go way back. Tag Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the move. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DiPrima. Go sis.
First things first.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning and God bless. I'm Dominique DiPrima. This show is called First Things First. And my first thing, you know what it is. Giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God. Asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders. And stirring the proverbial pot. We got a lot to stir up. It's already stirred up. Maybe we need to settle it down. This is how we do it on a Freedman Friday, which is every Friday is a Freedman Friday. We talk reparations in the second hour, our comprehensive reparations conversation. Today, I'll be joined by my Republican colleague, John Wood Jr. He has a show on the weekend, and he's one of my favorite adversaries. We'll talk reparations. Hour 3 is wide open, and it's all about you, me, the microphone, telephone, whatever's going on, because there's so much that's been kind of unleashed, revealed, everything that's going on in the wake of the murder of Charlie Kirk, and plus all the other things going on the national, international stage. With me right now is every other Friday. She's bounced back right into the studio. She's a labor activist, a mama, and an official KBLA contributor. Sherri Bell, welcome.
Well, thank you for having me, Dominique, and good morning, everybody out there. Happy Friday to you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Thank you.
Man, so I'm sure you haven't been in since the white supremacist dude got assassinated, is what they're calling it. I guess because he was a political figure, even though he wasn't elected. And it's just people are showing who they are in response. Of course, as I said on yesterday, political or not political, you don't get to go. I just don't believe you get to just walk up and kill someone. I don't believe you get to just murder someone.
Right.
I do agree with Tavis, though. These folks pretending like this man was not trying to eliminate black people, women, trans people, immigrants, and just saying, and only talking about political violence is also a problem. So that's my take. I went to see the Dance Theater of Harlem last night at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I'm tired again. Yeah. Okay. No shade. But they had the flags at half-mast, Sherri.
The Hollywood Bowl?
Well, yeah, they did. I mean, the president ordered all flags at half-mast.
Because I was like, yeah.
I guess that affects private venues. And it was for Charlie Kirk. And I'm thinking, they just killed a lawmaker in Minnesota, no half-mast. You know what I mean? We have soldiers being killed overseas every day, no half-mast. So what it's saying to me is that we're celebrating a white supremacist. Not that I'm okay with him being murdered, but the fact that we're celebrating a white supremacist. What message are you sending to black people, to women, to trans people, to...
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit complicated, right? Because when you think about who were his quote-unquote fans, some people of color was his fans. Like they had a vigil out here.
Well, F them too.
Right. I mean,
Sorry, that's where I am. F them too.
No, I mean, you listen to the sound bites of some of the things that you know the deceased said, and it is obviously very racist and discriminatory. But at the same time, he doesn't call himself a racist. He'll say things he would have said.
Nobody calls himself a racist.
Right. I mean, he'll say things like, if I saw a black pilot, I would think that they were not qualified. And then when somebody called him out on being racist, he said that. What did I ever say that was racist, right? But
and then someone should have given him a list because it's a long list.
Right. No, I think that logical people know that, you know, that this gentleman did spread divisive rhetoric and was very much very much a racist. But and also the fact that not only the flag has stuff, that's only the half of it. There's also a call to give him the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, I think Trump already said he was going to do that.
Right. And then when I looked it up, the criteria, it says recipients must have made a significant contribution to the nation's interest, world peace, or other important endeavors such as cultural achievement. So, I mean, I don't know if that he fits the criteria of that.
Well, it depends what you mean by cultural achievement, right?
Right.
I mean, he had a lot of followers on Instagram and Twitter. I guess that's cultural achievement.
Right. I mean,
everyone would get a medal. I mean, Katy Perry would get one too then, and Selena, Gomez.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, if your cultural achievement to you means erasing black people, eliminating trans people,
right.
Discriminating against and caging immigrants,
mm-hmm.
And allowing rampant gun violence in the name of the Second Amendment, then yeah, he qualifies.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people, you know, I'm pretty sure you, Tavis, you know, I was DL Hughley, a lot of people, academics, have made their point. Like, we've made our point that it's ironic that this person died at the hands of an assault weapon. It's ironic that he's being praised when he was an outward racist. It's ironic that the president is painting him like to be a saint and somebody worthy of a Presidential Medal of Freedom, given all his comments. I feel like those points have been made. I feel like people will lose their job. People will get canceled. So be careful out there, people. If your boss is,
I think it's beyond canceled. I think that because I have a friend who was actually attacked by white supremacists who he says were Charlie Kirk supporters. Black man.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And beat up. It was like 30 or 40 of them.
Right. You got to be careful what posts you like, what you say online, because, you know, it's sad, but realistically, it might just be too soon to say certain things. Like commonsensically, you know, commonsensical, right? But I will say this. HBCU students, leave us out of this. Black people ain't got nothing to do with it. The person who took Charlie Kirk's life, he hasn't been revealed, but I guarantee you he's not a black.
Well, they've shown pictures.
Yeah,
he's a white guy.
He's not,
I mean, I guess he could be Armenian, which is white, or maybe a whitino, but he's not black for sure.
Leave us out of this. We don't got nothing to do with it. If anything, we were the victims of hateful discourse, right? So our HBCU students do not deserve to be having their classes canceled or having their campuses locked down because Charlie Kirk was murdered. We ain't got nothing to do with that. So leave us out of it.
Yeah, well, it's a little too late, I think, for that.
Well, they need to reevaluate their direction and take a look at all this white on white violence going on out here in the world.
Yeah, well, it's a problem. It really is. I think that you're right. I don't know what it's going to take because I feel like certain people, starting with the president, this is his Epstein birthday present. You know what I mean? His Epstein early Christmas present. Because everyone's talking about Charlie Kirk, and his base is not talking about the Epstein files.
I mean, yeah.
But we can walk and chew gum. Rest in peace and condolences to the family and release the files.
I mean, anything could have... He probably would have used anything distract.
I mean, wouldn't
with
it be
the file.
wild? Wouldn't it be wild if Charlie Kirk had to die so they could get a distraction? Wouldn't it be wild if this was, a setup? Wouldn't it be wild? Wouldn't it be wild if both of the assassination attempts on the president were nothing more than publicity stunts meant to help him win an election? The Wall Street Journal, no, it was USA Today I was reading yesterday, Sherri Bell. And they were bending over backwards and twisting themselves in pretzels to explain how one apparently young person with just one shot could take down an individual at 125 feet, or it could have been up to 300 feet. They were saying, well, he might have been at 125 feet. And then they started saying, well, even in boot camp, you're expected to be able to hit that shot after just a few hours of training. You may be expected to, but you won't. And the gun experts that I talked to said, ain't no way. That's an expert marksman.
Oh, you talking about this recent murder?
I'm talking
Kirk.
about Kirk.
Yeah.
He was shot, and I didn't mean to see it, but I was on socials and they played it. He was shot right in the neck.
Jeez.
Just one shot taken.
Yeah, I was shocked. It was shocking to know that he actually died. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, because a lot of times you hear people getting shot, they don't die as a result of getting shot.
That's what I'm saying. And the neck is not, not to be gross, but it's not the biggest target on the body, right? So it looked like an expert shot.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're trying to downplay that because that makes it seem like maybe there's
random,
more than meets the eye here.
Right.
It's
kind of crazy because, like, we might get the truth and we might not.
I would say answer B. We might not. 800-920-1580. That's the number if you want to say a thing about this or anything else. We have a lot of other stuff to cover. I can't wait to get your opinion, Sherri Bell, on the governor's race and a few other things. And whatever else you got up your sleeves. All that straight ahead on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte. Let's preserve black land stories before they're lost forever. I want to personally invite you to be a part of something historic. As journalist in residence for the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, I've joined forces with powerhouse attorney and social justice champion George Fothery, the man who helped make history by delivering justice to the Bruce family in Manhattan Beach, securing the first known return of land unjustly taken from black owners by a local government. That victory was monumental, but it was just the beginning. For generations, black families have acquired land through grit, faith, and determination, only to lose it through violence, legal loopholes, forced sales, and systematic racism. What's been taken goes far beyond dirt and deeds. It's the erasure of wealth, identity, and legacy. That's why we've launched the Black Land Lost Narrative Archive Project, a national effort to collect, protect, and preserve the stories of black land lost before they're buried, forgotten, or erased altogether. Because there's power in telling black stories, there is resistance in remembering, and there's justice in being seen and heard. This is where you come in. We're inviting you to be a part of this historic black narrative archive. If you or someone you know has experienced land loss, displacement, or forced property sales, your story deserves to be heard and remembered. Your story belongs in this archive. Your truth matters not just to your family, but to our collective future. Visit blacklandlost.org today. Fill out our simple intake form and add your voice to the National Archive of Remembrance, Resilience, and Reckoning. Let's make these stories live on, not in whispers, but on the record. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Dr. Nicolai Corte, and as always, we welcome your feedback.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-550-9651.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
Or call 800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
Right now, we're talking with Sherri Bell, and you, if you want to get in this, 800-920-1580. Or you could hop in the YouTubes. Sherri's usually in there.
Gave a little hello this morning.
Yeah, youtube.com, and then you go to KBLA 1580 and hop in the comments section or say something on the phone. So Trump is saying that, breaking news, Trump is saying that there's a suspect in custody in the killing of Charlie Kirk. He said he can say with a high degree of certainty.
That's not saying nothing to me. A high degree of certainty, that's like semantics. First of all, it's hard to believe people that are not known as liars, right? Like, it's hard enough to just believe things you hear in the media anyway, let alone hearing it from a person who has a track record of sharing alternative facts. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't believe it. And then you're not really saying definitively yes or no that this is the person. So I don't really take too much stock in that.
Yeah, but what we do know is they have someone that they're going to say did it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing: I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but these people lie so much,
Right.
and we've had so many very dubious shenanigans that I'm having. Prove to me that the guy that you released on the video is the guy.
Yeah.
Prove to
Exactly.
me that the guy that they nabbed was the guy that was really trying to shoot the president.
Who knows?
And that he was trying to shoot the president. We've had so many weird shootings and unsolved mysteries, like the fact that you can take a shot at the president to get a piece of his ear, and we hear nothing about you.
Yeah, I know, right?
We don't know who that guy is or why he did it. Really, I mean, the other guy that tried to shoot him that allegedly tried to shoot him on the golf course. That guy's having his trial. Nobody's really covering it, which is also weird.
Yeah.
But the first guy that got
weird.
that got a piece out of his magically regrown ear, that guy, you don't hear anything about him.
Right. And it's like you think about people in history who were like assassinated or attempted assassination, like Sirhan. Like, everybody know who that is, right? He tried to shoot Reagan and he wasn't successful. We know who he is.
Wait, I thought John, what's his name? Hinckley Jr.
Okay, sorry. Forget. Look at me spread a fact.
But
okay.
Now you're even confusing me.
Okay. But we know
that was Robert F. Kennedy. That's Sirhan tried to shoot.
But
Shot.
Did he kill him?
Yes.
Oh man, look at me. Forgive me, y'all.
It's RFK's daddy.
Thank you,
Sirhan.
Thank you for being a journalist. Like,
well, no, I mean, you said it, and I'm like, wait, was that Reagan? Because I always think I'm wrong because I be tired and stuff. No, that was RFK.
Okay,
it was John Hinckley Jr. that allegedly tried to shoot Reagan and went to jail for it. And then I think he's out, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. But see, the thing is, we know the names of these people.
Right.
Like, we know who they are. We know where they are. Like you said, do you even know the name of this person?
Nope.
We don't know who they are or where they are. Right. So it is kind of weird and suspect.
Yeah, okay, so that guy is free. That John Hinckley guy said he was opening a record store. Apparently he didn't. I don't know. But whatever he's doing, he's not in jail.
Right.
And he's not dead.
Right.
As far as we know.
Right.
But that was also on camera, like the Hinckley thing,
Right.
And this one with Charlie Kirk, even though he's not a president, by the way.
Not a president.
Not a senator.
And we're calling it an assassination. I don't know what it means. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna, a lot of outlets are calling it that. Even The Nation called it an assassination.
Never mind.
I guess because it's politically
Politically
adjacent.
Oh,
I always think of an assassination as being a political leader.
got it.
But I guess they're calling him that because he was a big Trump supporter and he had started this organization called Turning Point. He has all these followers. I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
He's dead. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll evolve and find a way to get into the pearly gates or wherever, folks go. But I mean, I feel bad for the child. The children, there's two
little ones. Yeah,
the mom spreads the same rhetoric as him.
See, and the thing is, even the people who are being like, calling him out on, like, after he's been murdered, they're calling him out on things he said in the past. People still are not. I haven't heard like some of the prominent people in the media attack his family. Right? They
No.
they acknowledge that that's a loss. Right, they're just calling out the irony of things that have been said. So,
I mean, it's not just irony. I mean, let's keep it real.
Right.
It's evil. He was doing evil. He was an evil doer. I don't believe in, spiking the ball when people die, but a lot of people are doing that, but not because they believe in murder, but because of what he represented, which is white supremacy, anti-LGBTQs, particularly trans,
right?
Anti-woman, anti-immigrant, just a lot of hateful things.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you get to shoot people. But I agree with Tavis. Those folks that are wringing their hands and saying this is not who we are, that's BS. This is who we are. Ever heard of Abraham Lincoln?
Oh, yeah. Like America, we have a very strong history of violence and political violence.
How many presidents is it? 3, 4? How many have been shot? I think it might be 5.
And we're in very kind of like dangerous times.
We're gunslingers.
Yeah.
We have the other countries don't have the level of mass shootings that we have, or the level of personal, violence, in intimate relationship violence, or other countries don't go to war every 10 minutes and do regime change on other people. We're founded on the genocide of the First Nations people and the enslavement and violent suppression of black people. That is who we are. I agree with Tavis. That is who we are. What we have to do is heal. I love my country, but we're violent as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I heard Keith Boykin say, either we're going to bury the lies or the lies are going to bury us, right?
Yeah.
So, either we're going to, try to act like this isn't our history and we don't have a track record of racism and violence, or we're going to die under that, hill. We're going to die on that hill, right?
And I believe we'll liberate ourselves. I believe we win in the end. I do. I love my country. I think we're going to save it, but we don't save it with lies. You're right.
Yeah.
And that's why we need a different president.
Man,
is that man right there is the prevaricating president.
He got about 3 more years to cover up as many lies as he can in the museums and books and everything. So we'll see how far he gets.
Yeah. 800-920-1580. Kwamel's in the chat saying he wants to hear some first-time callers on the show. I always want to hear first-time callers. I love our regular callers, too, but I always love when people get bold and they call 800-920-1580, or when they call and they haven't called in a long time. And Demetrius says my mom was evil. I didn't say he was evil. I said he was an evil doer. I don't believe humans are evil. I believe all of us have a chance for redemption, always, every day.
Yeah, and you never know, sometimes people, that's they have a brand, like a product to sell, right? And you never know how truly evil people are, outside of their branding and marketing and their livelihood, right? But he definitely sold a product in his talking points, in his, in his brand.
He was a multimillionaire off of hate.
So he sold it and people bought it. And, and I don't know if he was as bad personally as he was as a salesman with his product. I don't know.
He says my grandfather was evil. You don't even know my grandpa. You're talking about my Italian grandpa or my black grandpa,
Who's saying
Demetrius. But I mean,
Lord.
it's probably one of our resident Republicans, which is fine. You're welcome in. You don't know my dad or my granddad. They're actually people that brought good into the world on both sides of the family.
That is elementary school tactics, schoolyard.
Elementary school tactics. We got the schoolyard in the chat. Oh, shoot. We have only a minute till news, traffic, and sports, so we'll take calls after that. Because I don't want to say, put you on and then you only have 60 seconds to say something. That wouldn't be good. I did see the former mayor of the city of Los Angeles at the ballet last night. Mm-hmm. And I saw Wendy Gruhl at the ballet last night.
She tried to run for mayor, didn't make it.
Yeah, she lost. I supported her. Yeah, and that was a fail for me. But I think she would have been a good mayor. But, yeah.
As far as politics goes.
She's doing something else right now.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting that, there were so many lawmakers at the ballet.
Ain't that crazy?
It was packed. Let me tell you, if you get a chance to see the Dance Theater of Harlem, stunningly beautiful.
Awesome.
Just, really beautiful. Let me not try to act highfalutin like I go to the ballet all the time. I do not.
The arts are a beautiful thing, especially to take your mind off all this craziness.
I'm leaning on the arts right now. I need a big dose of art to keep me happy and fired up. Mm-hmm. Perfect time to call us, KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. All 4 suspects are in custody for the August 31st shooting of Black Florida State University linebacker Ethan Pritchard in Havana, Florida. Sheriff Morris Young says Pritchard was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ethan was not doing anything wrong in that area.
He remains in critical but stable condition. Kamala Harris blasted Joe Biden's 2024 re-election bid as a reckless mistake in her new memoir, 107 Days. She writes Biden's run was driven by ego, not judgment. Harris later replaced him as the Democratic nominee, but lost to Trump in the shortest presidential campaign in U.S. history. And Jay-Z is shutting down rumors of a new album. Cash Cobain says Jay-Z called him to say he's absolutely not dropping an album after Cobain hinted big music was coming. Memphis Bleak also confirmed Jay-Z reached out to clear the air. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Live the thrill of Guatemalan Heritage Night at Dodger Stadium on September 9th versus the Rockies. Watch the boys in blue, enjoy marimba music, and experience tradition. Score a unique Guatemalan Night jersey with the purchase of a special ticket package. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The LA Sparks had a rough ending to their season Thursday night at Crypto.com. They ran into the hottest team in the WNBA. The Las Vegas Aces will take a 16-game winning streak into the playoffs after beating the Sparks 103-75. Fifth straight losing season for the Sparks. They finished the season at 21-23. The 21 wins is the most for the Sparks since winning 22 games in 2019. Impressive game for Las Vegas. They set a single-game WNBA record with 22 three-pointers. The Angels lost to Seattle 7-6 in 12 innings. Angels star Mike Trout hit his 399th career homer. The 15-year veteran has 15 games left in the regular season to reach 400. The Dodgers start a 3-game series tonight at San Francisco. The Dodgers have won 4 straight. They lead San Diego by 2.5 games in the NL West. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
So many things, big and little, make you uniquely you. Your hobbies, dreams, career, family, and more. Addiction to drugs, including opioids and stimulants, can strip these away from you. Recover your life. Choose treatment for drug addiction and get back to what matters most. Find a provider and proven treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. Recover you.
If you're an African American mom who is pregnant or have a baby under 6 months old, you deserve care that lifts, listens, and lasts. Black Infant Health is for you. It's a free program with individual support, group sessions, and resources to start your mothering journey. BIH makes space for moms and their families to create community. Learn more about the programs in Los Angeles County. Check us out at blackinfanthealth.org. KBLA.org.
Hey, KBLA 1580 delegation, your health matters to us. We know that information is power, especially when it comes to prevention and treatment. That's why we're proud to introduce the brand new KBLA Health and Wellness Hub. This online space is built just for you, connecting our community to trusted health resources, culturally relevant care, and even access to diverse clinical trials and emerging therapies. Whether you're looking for information on common conditions, mental health support, or just want to stay on top of your wellness journey, we've got you. And the best part, it's all on our website at KBLA1580.com. Accessible, empowering, community-focused. So just go to KBLA1580.com and click on the Health and Wellness Hub icon, because knowledge is power and your health is everything. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 is committed to self-care and community well-being. Walk Good LA was formed in June 2020, inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement and the beginning stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. What began as a few minutes of breath work and yoga meditation before protests against police brutality turned into a safe space for the community to heal in hard times. The immensely positive response from the community transformed the momentum into a movement. Today, Walk Good LA is a black and brown-led community wellness organization based in Los Angeles. They provide spaces for healing through community yoga classes, guided meditations, hikes, run clubs, and other activations throughout Los Angeles that attract hundreds of members weekly. With the help of Propel and Michael B. Jordan, they now have a yoga and wellness studio in Los Angeles called the Walk Good Yard. To join their mailing list and connect with healing spaces, please visit walkgoodla.org. That's walkgoodla.org. Or find them on Instagram at walkgoodla. This is a community call to action, a community call to healing from KBLA Talk 1580.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Sherri Bell is here too. Sherri, should we go live? You want to go live on IG? We'll talk. We'll figure it out. This is not the time, Dominique. We're on the air. Okay, let's go to Daryl calling us from where? LA, I think. Hi, Daryl.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Thanks for taking my call. In the famous words of who's the gentleman? Sam Jackson. Yes, he deserved to die, and I hope he burned in hell.
Dang.
That guy was nothing but a culture vulture. That's all he was. They giving him a military funeral that was flying on Air Force One. It's sickening. It's sickening. He spewed nothing but hate. He riled up all of these damn maggots. They're not even maggots. They just maggots. All of them pull out the worst of America, and they get together and celebrate the worst of America. The worst you can be as a human being is to hate somebody else for whatever reason. That's all they do. The only reason Trump is to get to do all the crap that he does is because he's the spearhead of hate. He represents that side of America that we don't want to really talk about, right? And I really hope. Now, of course, the former presidents and everybody coming out and saying hate has not. That's all America is violence. I mean, come on.
I got to push back there. I don't think it's all we are. I think it's a huge part of what we are.
You're right.
Because we also brought the world Martin Luther King Jr. We brought, you know what I mean, saying we brought the world.
I know, but that's always over. That's always over, outshined by.
We brought jazz. We brought blues. We brought, you know what I'm saying. We brought hip hop. We brought a lot more than violence. Although, yeah,
open heart surgery. But the point is, we didn't bring violence. We brought everything you just said. But the thing is, white people bring the damn violence. And we have to pay for it. Just like Martin Luther King. Yeah, we produced a Martin Luther King. Ain't been another one since. But Charlie Kirk was like, he was the worst American that we ever had. That's the way Charlie Kirk felt.
Worse than David Duke, worse than...
Yeah, because David, they paint the same narrative.
Worse than
And I
whoever
hope-
shot Lincoln.
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth, I think was his name.
I think
You're
that's
right.
it.
We know their doggone
See?
names. So what? Yeah. Wow. So you don't have any qualms, like from a moral, ethical, religious, spiritual standpoint about celebrating the death or demise of someone else.
To me, I know the guy didn't mess with black people. And I would say another word, but we're on the radio.
Right.
That's
Thank you.
fine. Okay. If you don't mess with me, I don't mess with you. I couldn't give two S's. Right? And he always spewed when anybody else got shot, and he asked him a question. Wait, we need guns. 50,000 people die in car accidents every year. What are we gonna do? Stop driving? Dude, it's such, and that's what he do. He like twist the it's like a cloak, right?
Yeah.
Millions of people die every year because 50,000 people die out of 200 million people on the road. It really ain't nothing. But what about gun violence? You can't compare that, but that's what he does, because if people are not conscious, they'll spend that, yeah, well, okay, we could lose. It makes sense. It don't. It doesn't matter. He's another guy that says that black people commit the most crimes. They 13% of the population, but we 50% of the crimes. That is stupid. We're 50%. Now, people hear that and say, damn, black people must create the most crimes. Dude, how in the hell could you be 13% of the population and create 50% of the crime in America? That don't even make sense.
Well, they just make up so-called facts.
Right.
This is what he does, but people not conscious. Just like Trump, people actually listen to Trump.
Yeah.
All you got to do is listen to him one time, and you could tell he's full of it.
Yeah.
He says the most stupid stuff, and then they talk about Joe saying stupid stuff. This dude, it always. Okay, let me calm down. 'Cause I just hope that Kamala Harris do not come out and say that violence has no place in America.
I think she didn't say that already. I know Obama did.
I haven't heard her.
Biden did.
Oh, wow.
I know Biden, Obama, all of them have to. But I would be like, if Kamala don't, she gonna gain more of my respect, because she knows. Kamala knows. And another thing, the black woman, period.
Well,
they always get it right when it's time to vote.
Let's see what she said.
Because the black woman the black woman not only votes for herself.
Well, she didn't. She didn't.
Her son.
Apparently, she said that my husband and I have prayers for the family. I think that's pretty much. Here's what she said. I'm deeply disturbed by the shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, she did. She said, "Let me be clear. Political violence has no place in America." She did. Sorry.
She almost has to.
I condemn this act, and we must all work together to ensure this does not lead to more violence. But I mean, she's also kind of saying, "I have no Secret Service, so please please don't kill me next."
Wow.
Well, that's another thing too. The most scariest time for me, I know Obama and Michelle, was when he was walking next to. He had just got the presidency, and he was walking next to the limo. Him and Michelle. I was like, oh shit, because they was walking down the street, right?
Yeah.
And they were next to they weren't inside the bulletproof limit.
Yeah.
So I was like, God. But one thing to circle back to what you were saying initially.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. I don't want you to forget. Breaking news. They're saying that they have the guy's name. They're saying it's Tyler Robinson. Doesn't sound like Latino or Armenian or light-skinned somebody else. Sounds like garden variety white American man. I'm not sure. Trump said subject to change. So, which means, since he lies and says it's certainly the truth, when he comes out and says, well, we have someone that we think is the person, subject to change, but facts are facts, is what he said, means it might not be the person. Okay, go ahead, Daryl.
Okay, let's circle back to what you were saying initially, Dominique. It was a professional hit. And if you look, I've looked at that video. It was just like when I analyzed Trump's fake assassination. I know I can't say that on the radio.
But
that
you
was
just
such
did.
Bull crap. But okay. But anyways, they're gonna say it was a simple shot, and it was, you had mentioned, Dominique, that it was 150 feet. It was really 150 yards. Right, that's what between 150,
which is
and,
three times as much as 150 feet. Yeah, well, they're saying it was 22-year-old Tyler Robinson,
22.
allegedly accused shooter. They say he's from Utah.
Oh,
then that he shot from a rooftop, struck him in the. You got to be a good shot. Like I go to the. You got to be.
Come on, man.
I go to the range, and I'm not bad. But I'm not shooting somebody from a rooftop and hitting them right in the neck with pure accuracy and killing them on one shot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like a lot of us that heard this news, I think like some folks just don't feel empathy. You know, like we were shocked. We're indifferent. Like, you know, like it's not.
It's funny everyone keeps choosing that word because Charlie Kirk was the one that said empathy was a woke disease or a woke concept.
Right. I mean, like, I just think that, like, you know, our community, the Black community, I think that what we're doing right now is just calling out all the hypocrisy and the truths and the facts that presents like a level of irony. We're not rejoicing in nobody's demise, right? I'm pretty sure the man on the phone, the gentleman that's calling, is not here to be like, oh, I'm glad that he
said, I hope he burns in hell, Sherri. I mean, you slice it how you want it. Daryl said, I hope he burns in hell. So I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I wrote it down, Daryl.
No, come on, Daryl. But I do think like the things that Mr. Kirk used to say, like they were dangerous in the fact that they inform and support bad policy in our communities, right? When you say things like we commit 50% of the crime and like people start to believe it, then we got over policing in our communities, predatory policing, locking us up in disproportionate rates, contributing to mass incarceration, right? When you say things like that, and when you're in a position of power and you say racist, divisive things, that
are
means
not true.
Something. Yes.
Lies.
That carries weight. So it's not as you know, what can I say, lighthearted or just an opinion when you are in a position of power. This gentleman he had the ear of the president, he got the ear of his organization, you know, like things like that are dangerous. So
yeah, the ear of our governor, he had millions of followers.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Daryl, did you want to land real quick?
Fresh out of college to turn them to believe in that narrative. How is this man allowed on campus when we can't even get our books in schools? He spews a negative narrative of hate.
Yeah, well, the thing about that, Daryl, is they call him a champion of free speech, but he was absolutely not that. He was a champion of conservative speech, which is not the same as free speech.
But that's as long as he's talking, they can spin it any way they want.
Yeah.
They can spin it any way they want, and the bottom line is it's going to impact negatively upon Black people.
Yeah, it already is. It already is. You're not landing, though. You got to land, Daryl.
Oh, okay. Right.
I'm glad you called. You come on and land for me. What's your bottom line here?
Appreciate you guys, and have a good day and a great weekend.
You too. Daryl wasn't
Thank you,
playing.
Daryl.
Daryl was not playing. He said, I hope he rots in hell. Well, apparently a minister and the suspect's father turned him in.
A minister?
Well, they said someone very close to him. Maybe it wasn't. Yeah, no, they said the father. That's what Newsweek is reporting.
Oh.
A minister and the father so his pastor and his father turned him in. How are you 22? Got a long gun. Know how to shoot from that many yards away, however many yards or feet it was, which he wasn't within close range. We know that.
Very far away.
Up on a rooftop, and you make that shot. Miles is saying video games, but video games do not make you an accurate shooter outside. It wasn't a video game rifle. It was an actual. No. I mean, I know people are supposed to be better shots if they do video games, but it doesn't make you a sharp shooter who can take a man down with one shot.
Well,
release the Epstein files.
I know one thing. A lot of black people think when it be like a big crime or a crime spree and they catch the person, I think I know what we all thinking right now.
Which thing that we're all thinking?
I'm glad they not black.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because they blame everything on
I mean,
black
I'm glad they're
people.
not black.
Right.
And then after we cover that, which is the basic thing, then there's, for me, and I'm not speaking for all black people, I'm glad they're not gay. I'm glad they're not trans. I'm glad they're not any person of color.
Right.
I'm glad they're not Palestinian. I'm glad they're not an immigrant, although I guess they could be.
I mean, because that just...
But Tyler Robinson, 22 of Utah, doesn't sound like an immigrant.
Yeah, I mean, that just makes it worse
if it's
for
even
each of those vulnerable communities. Like, when we see the fact that Tyler Robinson, if he is Caucasian, it's not going to have no impact on Caucasian community. Right. They're not going to get no policy directed towards Utah, no gun laws, no rhetoric talking about we got to stop these young white men. Like
National Guard's not
now,
coming.
If it was a black person or a gay person or a trans person, this community's out of control. This is hate.
Yeah, we're sending in the Marines.
Like the narratives, the narratives that support policy that further oppresses the community. So that is another reason why I'm glad that it's not one of those communities that are responsible for this.
Yeah. Nancy Mace says she no longer feels safe in public because of the killing of Charlie Kirk, and she wants a total security overhaul. I just think that's ironic, given that the president has taken away security from not just Kamala Harris, but a bunch of other folks. I think it's ironic that Kamala Harris got more death threats than anyone except for Barack Obama, and you don't care if she has security coverage, but now you feel we should have an overhaul. I mean, you didn't think that when the Minnesota lawmaker was murdered. You were cool with that because she was a Democrat.
Right. And Kamala's security was only supposed to be extended for a little more time. Like, he canceled it.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah, like, you could have just let that ride out.
Yeah. Erin Murphy is the name of the woman. No. Melissa Hortman, excuse me. Melissa Hortman was her name, yeah. Melissa Hortman is the name of the woman that was murdered she was a state lawmaker. White, no half staff, no security overhaul, no. Make it make sense. All right, we'll continue this conversation. Sherri Bell and Dominique DiPrima when we come forward. KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, I'm LA City Councilmember Curran Price, inviting you to the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September the 20th, from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. We've got 4 pavilions, 3 stages of live music, plus food, fun, and a marketplace all along historic Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Ave. Our featured acts this year are Gregory Porter, Pancho Sanchez, and Jasmine Horn at the 30th anniversary of the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, Saturday, September 20th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. along Central Avenue between MLK Boulevard and Vernon Avenue. Come out and bring the whole family because this legendary celebration is free. For more information, go to centralavjazzfest.com. I'm LA Councilmember Curran Price, and I absolutely approve this message.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is KBLA Talk 1580, where hate loses and love wins.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're not going to share that. Sherri Bell is here. Sherri, you got something coming up this month?
Right. So on September 25th at 5:30, the LA Black Workers Center is having its 15th anniversary fundraiser. So we hope that you can join us if you're looking to purchase tickets. If you're a nonprofit out there or an organization or a person who holds office and you want to purchase a table, please go to the labwc.org and go to the top tab. It says 15th anniversary, and you can look into purchasing tickets. If you're an individual who want to purchase tickets, they are $250, but if that's too steep for you, inbox me on Instagram and I'll see what I can do to get you in. That's at Sherri De La Ghetto. Just send me a DM if you're interested in attending. It's going to be at the Center for Communities in the West Adams neighborhood. And just keep in mind that billions of dollars were donated to nonprofits in the United States, but less than 1% went to Black-led nonprofits. So we hope that you consider donating to help us continue to try what we can to make an impact here in Los Angeles.
That's the 25th of September?
The 25th of September at 5:30 p.m. at the Center for Communities in West Adams neighborhood.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
And you just reminded me something else I was supposed to announce. We had Claudette Robinson, the first lady of Motown. She was an original member of the Miracles. And we had her on the show this week. Well, she's going to be at the LA Library on the 20th in downtown LA reading her book, her children's book, Claudette's Amazing Motown Adventure, a Miraculous Motown Adventure. And that'll be so cute. She is just really charming, lively, young lady.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see Claudette Robinson, support her, get her, buy her book, sign it. She's reading it at the LA Library in downtown LA on the 20th.
No, that's a piece of history right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go to Shayon calling us from Long Beach. Hi, Shayon. Shayon, you there?
Hi, good morning. Yes, good morning. How are you?
Morning. Blessed. How are you?
I'm good. We the Moors, we always good. We try to spread a little knowledge here and there. To those that's receptive to it. But I called to talk a little bit about the racist Charlie Kirk. That dude was a racist, point blank, period. And he was a white Christian nationalist racist. The same white Christian nationalist racist that enslaved a bunch of people for a couple hundred years using the Bible, justifying it using the Bible. The same white Christian nationalist that blew up the church in Birmingham, Alabama with the 4 little girls in 1963. The same white Christian nationalist that would come right out of church and lynch and burn black men and then mutilate their bodies and take home souvenirs like ears and toes and fingers. If you don't believe me, just Google Sam Hose and look up Sam Hose and how they lynched him and then cut off his body parts and took them home as souvenirs, standing right along with their children. As a, hey, this is what we do. These good, good white Christian nationals, and same white Christian national like Dylan Roof that went into the church in South Carolina, prayed with our people, and then turned around and murdered 9 of them.
And that guy was also like 21, right? He was a real young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk about how the police treated him when they took him into custody. They didn't beat him.
They took him to Burger King.
They gently placed him in the back seat of the car and drove him to Burger King. Would you like a Whopper, sir?
They did. That's not made up.
Yeah,
that's a real story.
They did. See, that's what I'm saying. See,
you murdered 9. You murdered 9 black people. Where are you going? I'm going to Disneyland. And the anniversary of that church bombing is next week, by the way.
Oh wow!
Yeah, those 4 little girls. It's the September 16th that they were murdered. I mean, those are fair points, Shayon. I saw someone, and I'm not going to name them because I agree with Sherri. I feel like this incident and people's reactions to it are going to be used and are already being used as an excuse to beat people up, jail people, threaten their children in HBCUs, et cetera, et cetera. I saw one young person, very young person, on Instagram saying, "Fascist down." That was her response.
That'd probably get somebody fired or something, right?
No doubt.
Yeah. You got to be careful, man. It's too soon. Like, we already know. You ain't got to... You preaching to the choir when you say things like he's a fascist, he's a racist. But somebody just was dead. They just been unalive.
You're preaching to the choir, but a lot of people aren't saying it. Our flags are flying at half staff. No. The man is getting a military funeral. I feel like, it's... And I feel like it is. I agree with you. We don't need to get ourselves... we don't need to be immoral and unethical in root for murder, and we don't need to get ourselves arrested or boycotted. But it's important that our community has to have our perspective out there too.
Right. And so how can we organize all those thoughts and opinions about the fact that our flags are flown at half staff and somebody's getting a Presidential Medal of Freedom that doesn't meet the criteria, and to turn it into something real, right? And
they're making, what is the message that you're sending to Black America, to Trans America, to Latino America, immigrant or not? What is the message that you're sending about gun violence? What is the message?
I mean, the message is that we like the way things are and we want to keep them that way. I mean, and you, like I said, it's complex because when you look at his following, there's people of color in there.
I don't think that's complex. You can be a fascist and be Black or Latino. That's not complex. Right. You can be a white supremacist. Right. It's Stockholm syndrome or self-hate.
I know. I'm just saying it weirds things up a little.
Yeah, you're right, Miles. We got to go. Shayon, you're welcome to stay. Oh, we got Freedman Friday next. Sherri, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
You can call back if you want, Shayon. I'll give you double dip if you want. We got the 8 o'clock hours wide open. News, traffic, and sports. Then it's all about reparations on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. All 4 suspects are in custody for the August 31st shooting of Black Florida State University linebacker Ethan Pritchard in Havana, Florida. Sheriff Morris Young says Pritchard was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Ethan was not doing anything wrong in that area.
He remains in critical but stable condition. Kamala Harris blasted Joe Biden's 2024 re-election bid as a reckless mistake in her new memoir, 107 Days. She writes Biden's run was driven by ego, not judgment. Harris later replaced him as the Democratic nominee, but lost to Trump in the shortest presidential campaign in U.S. history. And Jay-Z is shutting down rumors of a new album. Cash Cobain says Jay-Z called him to say he's absolutely not dropping an album after Cobain hinted big music was coming. Memphis Bleak also confirmed Jay-Z reached out to clear the air. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Live the thrill of Guatemalan Heritage Night at Dodger Stadium on September 9th versus the Rockies. Watch the boys in blue, enjoy marimba music, and experience tradition.